Hi everybody and welcome to my video. My response to Prepper Princess video all about YouTube, and I will share with you the link of her video at the end of this one and also in the description box. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about a question that a lot of people have asked me through the years. Tessie, do you have any friends? And you know, it seems like such a simple question. Do I have any friends? Well, actually I have a lot of friends offline, and then I have a lot of friends online. Well, all of you I consider my friends. In fact, many years ago I did a video called "Why Do I Call You My Brothers and My Sisters?" Now that video is a very old one, but it talks about the friends and the friends that I have. I have a lot of volunteer friends that we volunteer and we do a lot of volunteer work together. I have a lot of friends that I've known for a long time. But to be honest with you, my husband and my 3 children and my grandchildren are my closest friends. I can talk to them about anything and everything, and having 2 daughters and a son and a husband and 2 granddaughters, well, my life is pretty full. I have lots of friends. But I want to talk to you a little bit about another friend that I have. And that friend, we're going to use her name that she uses on her YouTube channel, and that is Prepper Princess. Now, she did a video recently about YouTube, and it was a really personal video, and it was a video I felt one of her best that she's ever done. As a content creator, I sat there and I kept shaking my head, yes, 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 because YouTube can be a real, well, it can be a real hard platform to be on. Well, anything with social media can be very hard. And she didn't sugarcoat it. She said it how it is. And I talked to her about her video, and I shared with her what her video has meant to me. Those of you who have followed my channel through these years, you know that Prepper Princess and I, well, we had a common bond. In fact, she did something very miraculous for me many years ago, and I'm indebted to her my whole life. And she laughs, I'm sure, when I talk about this, because to me, she made the biggest impact of my life on YouTube, that is for sure. And how I every year gave her a shout out because she shouted me out so many years ago. But you see, there's more to all of this than just many years ago seeing my channel and deciding to give me a shout out. She's a really good friend. She's the kind of friend that everyone would want to have. She's the kind of friend that you can tell your deepest secrets to, and she would never tell anyone else. But she's also the kind of friend that tells you how it is. She doesn't beat around the bush. She says what she means, and she means what she says. I always said my husband was the same way. My husband says something, he means it. He means what he says, and he says what he means. Well, I was at a point in my life where I was feeling really frustrated. And when that video came out, she just really spoke to me. I know what it's like now, because a lot of you will say, Tessie, this video really spoke to me. Or Tessie, that video really spoke to me. Well, her video really spoke to me because I actually took notes on what she said, and I realized so many issues that I have in my own personal life on and off YouTube. I realized, like, the light bulb went off in my head, and it was like, duh. I'm sure you've all had moments like that where you watched a video or you read something and it clicked into place, you know? And when I talked to her, I told her, I said, you know, that video has really changed my perspective. I like to use the phrase, changed my life. I say that many times because I see it that way. You see, I see things big. I've always been that way. So when I say something or see something, I see it big. To me, there is no just even. You know, I just see things big. I'm expressive with my hands, with my mouth, with my eyes. People often say how expressive I am with my eyes. When I make a meal and I test it out and I try it, you know, I'll be like, this is good, because my eyes light up, and my smile and my face. And she just really, it just clicked what she had to say to me. And so my response to her is, way to go. Way to go. That video just zoned in. Now, that video was for people who don't make videos and are interested in YouTube, but more important, it was a video for someone like me. I implemented what she said. That day, that very day, I implemented what she said in a lot of the things that I needed to work on. And it has changed my perspective. My situations haven't changed and the struggles, but my perspective has changed. And so yes, I do have a friend, and I have lots of friends, and Prepper Princess is one of them because she says it how it is. And that's the kind of person I need. I need leaders who say how it is. Even though we are extremely different, we do have a lot of common bond with one another. And though we're very different, but yet we have a lot of things that are similar. And it's amazing because that's how it is in life. I mean, my husband and I, we have a lot of things that are so different about ourselves, but yet we share a common bond and we share a common theme. We share a lot of common things. And that's how it is with me and her. And I just want to give a public announcement of how much she has really helped me in ways that are just personal and public. And so after I watched her video, I did take notes and I said, okay, what is my passion? When somebody would say to you, Homestead Tessie, what is your passion in life? What gets you up in the morning, gets you ready to go, and gets you inspired and encouraged and passionate? Well, that's all of you. But my subject of passion is prepping. I have always loved prepping. Go back 7 years and you will see. Even when I lived at home yet, I didn't know what the word prepping was, but I loved doing all of these things. But how do you prep that it doesn't get to the point where it's obsessive? And so that's what you can see in my videos is prepping, but doing it in this way, not like this. Not 100 jars of food today, or 100 pounds of this, or 50 pounds of that. You're gonna see prepping, but the average everyday girl and guy like me prepping. Because prepping is my passion. And that's what I do really well with. And she said in her video, and this was a big thing with me, because she said in her video, you have to find your niche and stay in that. And for a year or so, I was all over the place. I love Amish living. Do not get me wrong. That's a passion of mine. That is something I enjoy. But I can do it in a way that is for the everyday person. And prepping is something that everybody can learn from. And I can do things that I'm really good at. I'm really good at prepping and thinking outside the box. I can be pretty assured that everyone can say, you're good at adapting, Tessie. I am. I didn't have an air conditioner. I didn't have an air conditioner for 13 years, So I am good at adapting. I'm good at that. And prepping, I do think that things can get bad. And I do believe in prepping, but not doomsday prepping. I can't do that. Emotionally, I can't do that. That's just not in it for me. So I can't get on the news and say this news article and say this is doomsday and that. I can't sit in my vehicle and just say a bunch of stuff about things being bad, and I just can't do that. That's not me. I'm compassionate. I'm extremely uplifting. I'm positive. I don't see my glass half empty ever. I couldn't be that way. Even though those videos are very important because it gets people on their toes and it gets people, working towards issues in their life and prepping, I just can't do that. While I'm sitting here and it's 100 degrees out and my face is turning red and I'm sweating and everything, I have my passion back. And she gave me that. She helped give me that because she told me how it is, and she just shared with me what I needed to do and what I needed to know, but yet she did it in such compassion. Prepper Princess is a very compassionate person. She has a lot of kindness and love in her heart for people, but she's the kind of person who says, hey, this is how it is. And that's the kind of person I needed in my life at that moment and that time. I needed somebody to say, listen, this is how you have to deal with things in your life. And so I'm really happy. I have new energy again. I know I say that all the time, but I am a very highly driven person as far as just being bubbly and over the top and having fun. But I realize with YouTube, I need to do my prepping in a smaller scale. So yes, there's canning. Yes, there's freezing. Yes, there's prepping. But I want to come up with different things at prepping because I lived in necessity. And that's where I have my little niche there, because I'm not prepping out of abundance. I'm prepping out of necessity. Come on, I had necessities in my life, major ones. And so I can still use all of those things that I learned by living in a home that was totally broken. I can still use those necessity items to help everyone else. And so I am excited. I am happy. I am joyous. I do feel like, I do feel like I have a lot to give. And I told her this. And I said to her, I know I have a lot to offer, but I wear my heart on my sleeve. That's a good thing. Wearing your heart on your sleeve is a really good thing because it shows that you have tenderness, kindness, mercy. But then it's not a good thing if it overrides your life and you cannot be a determined person, or you cannot be a person that can stand on your own 2 feet. I want to be a leader, but yet I want to be a follower. I want to follow, but I want to lead. So I want humbleness, but then I want a voice of authority because I lived it. I know it. I know what it's like to not have anything. Literally, I know what it's like. And I showed that in my videos. So I have that authority. I have that authority to say, listen, you all, I lived this way. I didn't read it in a book. But then I have the side of me that has the compassion and the teaching. And that is something that I am excited about sharing with all of you. My authority and my compassion. And there you go, everyone. I'm really excited. So you're gonna have Thrifty Thursday. You're gonna have crock pot meals. You're gonna have prepping, a lot of prepping, because that's what I do every day. And that's what lights up my life. And that's what gives me such pleasure in showing people how to live on very little. I have a lot more than what I had when I first started my YouTube channel, but I still live on very little. I choose that for many reasons, but I still learn and love to live on very little because that is something that is a driving force for me. And she gets it because she lives on very little. And so here we go, everyone. And thank you so much for listening to me. And I can't wait to share with you again tomorrow what I'm working on. Bye, everybody.